The Buffalo Bills quietly just made a great move. Hey guys, how you doing today? My name is Collin. This is Crack the Table. If you're new around here, I'm just a diehard Buffalo Bills fan every single day, breaking down Buffalo Bills content. Make sure to smash that like button for me. It helps me get these videos out to more and more Bills fans. But if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and join our community. Now today, I want to talk about the signing of Alec Anderson, what it means to our offensive line, and really going into the position group a little bit here for the offensive line going into 2026. But also, I do want to talk about maybe Connor McGovern and just some other things around the offensive line that'll be imperative as we look into the draft and into free agency, even the legal tampering period coming up here in a little bit. But the Buffalo Bills, with this signing, which we'll break down right here, of Alec Anderson, we'll talk about him as a player in a moment. But really, he just signed a very team-friendly deal. This dude the Buffalo Bills didn't have any exclusive rights to him. He's basically been a practice squad guy for the last couple of years. We know last year, and really the last year and a half, he's contributed a bit on the team, but really this isn't a move that you're going to see on the headlines. You're not going to go to ESPN.com or whatever news site maybe you usually go to, The Athletic or something, or PFF. You're not going to go see a headline article that the Buffalo Bills re-signed a lineman for $3 million. This is not a Max Crosby trade. This is not an edge defender that's worth $40 million a year coming to the Buffalo Bills. This is the Moneyball move. This is Brandon Beane slowing down, letting things come to him in real time, signing a guy who's absolutely going to be essential for the continuity of the rush game and even, I believe, just the offensive efficiency that we've seen over the last couple of years going into 2026. Again, this is a Moneyball move. This is a low-paid player who's going to contribute a lot. He's only getting $3 million a year, and frankly, he's probably worth more than that. He probably could have got a multi-year deal with a different team, but he's a 26-year-old offensive lineman as of right now, coming out of Germany, coming out of UCLA in 2022. Again, nobody really wanted him coming out of college, so the Bills put him on the practice squad, and over a couple of years, he stayed. He stayed consistent. He continued to grow, he continued to develop, and now he's one of the guys who frankly is probably going to start a couple games this next year if we don't re-sign a guy like Connor McGovern. But again, he had a shot this year and even last year in 2024 to play a meaningful amount of snaps. But he ultimately, his role has been the sixth offensive lineman for the Buffalo Bills. And of course, it's a great addition because on all plays on offense, the Buffalo Bills run six offensive linemen, 27% of the time, leading the league pretty broadly in that. And we know with the recent addition with Jackson Hawes, those trends were a little bit tempered back from the 2024 season. But when we look at it broadly and we look at what packages we can run with a sixth offensive lineman and also Jackson Hawes, we really can run the ball pretty much as efficiently as we want. And again, a guy like Nick Wright talks about how Josh Allen even has been noted to say that this guy is one of the nastier guys on the offensive line. He's a bargain human shield for Josh Allen. But the thing, as you look at his player profile and really, again, just some of these PFF grades, you can see the run blocking grade for Alec Anderson is very good. Now, don't look at the pass blocking grade. He's a sixth offensive lineman. Very rarely are we going to see him in these passing downs where he has to go one-on-one with a good edge defender on the outside. That's not how he's utilized. Don't worry about that so much. But look at his run grade. This is not the jack of all trades. This is the jack of this is your one-trick pony on first and second down, on the short yardage, short downs and distances. Again, with the six offensive linemen on the field, the Buffalo Bills are leading the league. Even this last year, it was like 54 rushes, 5.2 yards per carry, and 6.8 yards per play. The Bills ran the ball like 141 times in these jumbo packages, and the Titans were like second with like 66. Now, those numbers aren't necessarily going to continue. We'll see if Pete Carmichael brings any wrinkles into this, but overall, 0 personal fouls called on this guy for, despite playing a ton of snaps this season. He's physical every single snap. Yeah, he's just incredible. Here's maybe the wrinkle that I think a lot of people are missing with a signing like this. The Buffalo Bills are in the cap situation for the Buffalo Bills is very, very tight. adding a guy like Alec Anderson for $1 million or for 1 year for $3 million gives us future flexibility, and it gives us production right now. He's not going to fall off a cliff, or his talent, his play is not going to fall off a cliff. But again, maybe here, don't just take it from me. Take it from some guys who've maybe made some quote or said some things about him. So Brandon Thorne, offensive lineman, he says this. He says, the Bills have used 6 offensive linemen more than any team in the NFL by a wide margin, largely because they want to get Alec Anderson on the field. Alec Anderson's snap to knockdown ratio is bananas. In other words, when he is out there on passing downs, the ball doesn't often get knocked down. It's not really broken up as much as it would be if we had 5. Not only that, Dan Orlovsky goes on and says this. He says, having the 6 offensive linemen down, and I quote, simplifies defenses. The defense will have to put 7 bigs on the field. You get one-on-one in coverage. And on the outside, Josh is able to make these reads. He can be very clear with good pockets in protection. In other words, what he's saying, and where does it translate to the field? We saw this a lot last year, and I want to see it more, but I'm thinking very much so of Dawson Knox and Dalton Kincaid getting open in the seam, even getting open in some sense, maybe the flat, some of those areas, because we have especially Jackson Hawes and especially Alec Anderson blocking really, really well. The efficiency that we can see on the field is because of Moneyball moves just like this. Again, he was undrafted coming out. In 2024, he became like one of the most used 6 offensive linemen in all of football as a 6 jumbo set package. But again, the Buffalo Bills didn't have exclusive rights to this guy. 0 leverage to keep him, but the Buffalo Bills go out, re-sign him, bring him in, pay him pretty much nothing when you're looking at the grand scheme of it. And going into 2026, the Buffalo Bills have, frankly, outside of re-signing Connor McGovern, everything that they need to run it back with their offense as in a whole. And again, that's just not luck. That's not coincidence. That's the Buffalo Bills playing chess right now in February, making sure that their team is prepped and ready before the draft so that they're not reaching on players when they should be going for best player available. But the last part of all of this, again, when we look at our offensive line, there's a decent chance that Connor McGovern is going to test the open market, and we're going to see if we get him back in 2026. A lot of people are projecting that he's going to make $10, $15 million a year. He's a great, consistent, often not hurt offensive lineman, center. That's very pivotal to running your offense, especially getting good yards, between the tackles, good inside zone runs. We'll see what the Buffalo Bills do, but in all of it, I'm really excited for this move. It's simple, it's clean. There's not a bunch of void years tacked onto the future. We're not talking about future dead cap money with this guy, at least not major amounts. You don't know exactly what the contract is, but $3 million is very manageable. And for a guy who's going to contribute probably 30% of all the offensive plays, this is a money ball. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. For all of it, though, my name is Collin. This is Crack the Table. Thanks for sticking to the end. Make sure to like the video and hype the video if you can. It gets these videos out to more Bills fans. But in all of it, God bless and go Bills. We'll see you tomorrow.